AJ freaking Johnson. AJ freaking Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Will Dawkins is cooking. Simple as that. We got a Michelin star chef in the DMV along with Adam Peters. We got two chefs. Two new chefs in town. He's cooking. He's cooking. Give me a plate of what he's cooking, please. It just feels weird. Because, like, this AJ Johnson, like, I don't want to say phenomenon, but, like, this revelation that's happening right now, it's just like the basketball gods are blessing us routinely after years of being scorned. And then now it's just like a blessing every single day. It's just like, I don't know what happened the past 7 years. We haven't had a winning record in the DMV the past 7 years. Let that sink in, please. One of us probably started a Ponzi scheme, got us bad karma. And, if you're going to start a Ponzi scheme in the DMV, the least you can do is be discreet about it. And I guess, like, one of the positives, quote unquote, of Bilal Coulibaly being out for the season was dudes like AJ Johnson's getting minutes, routine minutes. The past 4 games, he's averaging damn near 30 minutes per game. The thing about AJ Johnson is that he does something every night. Every night he plays like a dunk or a finishing play that just like gives us a jolt of excitement, dude. Like, look at this.
Law with 12.
Oh, there it is.
AJ, I told you.
There it is.
Fella's got bounce.
Jordan, there's very few people in the league that can do that.
Oh, AJ, excuse me.
Gill, Harrington, Champagny, and Vucevic.
Oh,
You're 5 on it. This is running again. Paul.
AJ. Coming out.
Jalen.
AJ.
One.
AJ. Rise, young fella.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So who the hell is AJ Johnson? I felt like everybody in the DMV was asking themselves that when we got him in a Kyle Kuzma trade. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I was one of those guys. I was just like, AJ Johnson? Is he the son of Joe Johnson? Who the fuck is... I felt like with AJ Johnson, the fact that he was kind of like I guess like the primary asset in return with the Kyle Kuzma trade, even though, we got swap picks, but those swap picks are not going to end up being anything, honestly, to be honest with you. If you dig in deep, those swap picks are heavily protected. Anyways, we were all a bit disappointed with the return we got for Kyle Kuzma because, well, I mean, long story short, we could have gotten 2 first-round picks for him last year with the Dallas Mavericks. Kyle Kuzma turned it down, and then, we were stuck with him, and then this whole roller coaster season, I don't want to go into deep with it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying. But we essentially traded Kyle Kuzma for AJ Johnson. We got Chris Middleton, obviously, but, he has like an expiring contract, basically. But now we are looking like every single NBA circle is like saying, damn, the Wizards fleeced the Bucks. And it sounds very plausible with the way AJ Johnson's playing for us. And to be honest with you, I kind of get that vibe to like AJ's snuck his way onto our radar, if that makes sense. I mean, I know there's a lot of more educated Wizards fans out there, more educated than me, but this is one guy I'm just super excited about. You just see flashes, and this dude, I'm gonna go into his stats a little bit later on, and then more about how his draft profile and everything like that. Dude, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in, but you just see flashes combined with not only athleticism, because that's the first thing we think of when it comes to AJ Johnson, but confidence, playmaking ability, just that aura that, that I'm gonna get to. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So long story short, this dude is raw. This dude is raw, man. Coming out of the draft, raw chicken. Raw chicken. And, he's only 20 years old. He actually a fresh 20. He just turned 20 years old. But look at him right now. Even his body stature and everything like that. He has that baby face. He looks like Bambi, honestly. He looks like Bambi to me out there in the hardwood. But, this is actually his draft profile when he first got drafted.
A.J. Johnson, 6'4" guard from California who played in Australia this past season. He averaged just 2.9 points per game in 26 games in the NBL last season.
He is a big-time talent. He's a big lead guard in the making. He's super smooth, but he's a ways away.
So yeah, like immediately after seeing him with the Wizards, you see the same thing coming out of the draft, or what experts said coming out of the draft, which is just the overall raw talent he has. His entire game is just, I don't think there's anything that's refined right now. You just see him on the hardwood right now. Sometimes he feels a little bit lost. The way I think about it, like he's essentially a deer on headlights, honestly. Out there, Bambi. He's Bambi. He's Bambi to me right now. That's the nickname I have for him, Bambi. Like this dude is quick, agile. This dude will jump over a 10-foot fence, but like you just see him out there with his eyes wide open, like. And I don't blame him. Because even before he got here, and he would be in the Australian League, because he was playing in the Australian League, he didn't really get that many minutes there either. He was drafted just based off of his pure potential and raw talent. And again, I'm gonna get to the stats real quick, but like plays like this one right here, when you see that, you're just like, Jesus, damn, like it takes like somebody with the cojones to do that play. Not only that, but confidence, just sheer aura. But again, before I get to the stats, the main thing that sticks out to me about this kid is that his confidence level is on a different stratosphere. He's not your normal rookie regarding that aspect. And the reason I say that is because, well, first let's talk about his actions. The game against the Nets, we all saw he damn near hit the game winner, even though the Nets came back and won the game. He took that shot. There was no hesitancy with him. It was like he demanded the ball. And he expected the ball to go in. And not only, people forget this, before this shot, like a minute before that, he hit a crucial three again. He had 14 points in the fourth quarter. Like he was just like, this kid took over the fourth quarter for us. Just that's overall, give me the damn ball, get the hell out of my way. I got this. And I'm just like, how many kids like that do you see with that confidence level? And then he even said it in his press conferences afterwards. I mean, he said this.
Kind of looked up to over the years that have maybe influenced your game or that you've modeled your game after?
Yeah,
what players have you kind of looked up to over the years that have maybe influenced your game or that you've modeled your game after?
Yeah, I watched a lot of Shea when I was in high school. Halliburton, I watched Kyrie and stuff growing up, of course. Kevin Durant, a lot of players, honestly.
I think your highest ceiling is in the league, and what do you have to do to get to that point?
My highest ceiling, what do you mean,
just like your potential?
Oh yeah, no, I believe I can be a superstar, 100% in this league, and I just gotta work my tail off every day. Honestly, just gonna take an everyday grind, doing all the little things. What I eat, what I watch, how I work and stuff like that is all gonna play into it. But yeah, definitely.
Let's go over the stats real quick with this kid. So obviously, this is like a very small sample size with him. I mean, he hasn't even played damn near a quarter of the season yet, honestly. So he's averaging 6.4 points, 2.0 rebounds, 2.4 assists on 40% from the field and 31% from the three. Again, it's not anything out of this world, but it's the flashes of unique ability, raw ability that you're just like, you can't help but not get excited for what this kid's projection is going to be. Because I feel like the main thing right now that's basically getting us all excited is just overall projection. Anyways, and then you go over like his overall production, like game by game wise. Obviously there's a lot of losses in here. I understand. It's fine. I mean, there are some dubs in there though. Well, only one against the Sixers, but dropping 20 against the Nets. 17 against the Raptors, 14 against the Magic, 12 against the Jazz. It's steady, consistent minutes. The main thing I like to see about this kid is also he's not hesitant to shoot the three. He's gonna pull it. As a matter of fact, the threes he hits against the Nets, those are far away threes, damn near the logo type threes. The one thing I like about him is that he likes playing in the fast break as well. He kind of like lives in the fast break, if that makes sense. Most of his dunks and stuff like that, they're like alley-oops to him, and it fits perfect with the Wizards because I feel like what Will Dawkins is trying to do is he's trying to build a team that runs up and down the court. We're athletic, we're going to defend, most importantly, we're going to run on a fast break. And, Bub Carrington's another guy who excels in the fast break. He's actually a really good coordinator in the fast break. And it just got me excited to think about, like, oh, Bub Carrington running the fast break, throwing the alley-oop to A.J. Johnson. Dude, or even then, if he's covered, throw it to Bilal. Throw it to Sar. Throw it to, fuck it, Champagny. Champagny will catch that. Champagny's athletic, dude. Like, it's just like A.J. Johnson just fits the mold of a Will Dawkins type player. And I feel like one thing that a lot of people are not talking about is just like, this dude's wingspan, 6'11". Insane. This guy, he fits that 99th percentile rate. Not only is he athletic, but he's built in a freaking alien type way. Like, he's just built like any other. But one thing I want to say also is just like, he's nowhere near where he's going to be. And it's kind of really hard to project where he's going to be, honestly, in the future. But like, even in the NBDL, it looks like, yeah, NBDL, the Australian League, dude. He averaged only 2.8 points. And, he was shooting 35% from the field on 3 attempts, 27 from 3. Like, he only averaged 8.3 minutes per game there. And he still got drafted in the first round. From what I've read is that this kid shot up the boards and got into the first round due to his pre-workout one-on-ones and, like, team in the draft process. Nobody knows how good he can be. There's no sample size out there to try to, like, get, like, a... to try to help get a projection for him, if that makes sense. He goes in the G League with us recently, dropped 34 points. So you see the talent that's just waiting to burst out with this kid. Coming out of the draft, a lot of people compared him to Jalen Hood-Schifino, the dude from the Lakers. I think he got traded. And I'm just like, okay. Somebody even compared him to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which would be awesome because he's a great player for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kevin Porter Jr. But then again, Kevin Porter Jr. was he never really reached his full potential, due to off the court stuff. But I feel like what he has done so far, he has more than earned at least the right to compete for a spot in the rotation next year. A lot of people are already anointing him as like the point guard of the future or the backup point guard of the future. I don't think Will Dawkins works like that. Will Dawkins is a guy where it's just like, you're going to compete and you're going to earn every minute you get. Like, the thing that I'm thinking about with this is this. A.J. Johnson, I'm a big fan, supporter. I love him. But I would not let A.J. Johnson sway my draft decision come in June. By saying that is like, if we get the number 2 overall pick and the basketball gods look down on us, and we're going to get Dylan Harper, because he's the number 2 overall player on the board, I would not let A.J. Johnson affect our position in that. I would still draft Dylan Harper. If there's a great point guard available via trade, I will not let A.J. Johnson defer us from that. Or a shooting guard, because A.J. Johnson is more of a combo, to be honest with you. With that in mind, I still believe that A.J. Johnson more than deserves, a shot at being a part of the at least 8-man rotation. 10-man rotation, of course. 8-man rotation. Ideally, honestly, like, A.J. Johnson would be the dude going forward where he's like the first guard off the bench. Maybe he competes with Bub. But to be honest with you, Bub right now is far more ahead of the schedule, or not even that, just a bit more advanced than AJ is regarding just his overall point guard play. But Bub is averaging 4 assists per game, AJ 2.2. Granted, Bub's playing a little bit more minutes, but Bub has more command of the offense. AJ doesn't yet. It's nothing against AJ. He just needs more time, more minutes, and he's going to get that. I want to see what we got in AJ Johnson. And to be honest with you, I feel like Will Dawkins wants it too. We now have 5 guys that, like, Will Dawkins has brought in. 6 if you count in the Vooch. 7 if you count in Poole, which I kind of do, honestly, because Poole is only 25 years old. We got 7 dudes who are 25 or younger, 6 of them who are 22 or younger, and they're on the rookie deals. They have immense upside for some of them. And not only that, we got 2 rookies coming in as well from this upcoming draft class. One of them could be really good. We don't know yet. We don't know. The basketball gods, no Ponzi scheme over here, dude. No Ponzi scheme over here. Please. Please. I don't know. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Will Dawkins. Let me get a plate of what you're cooking, bud.